Welcome to the Philippines. The Philippines is an archipelago, a string of islands located between the South China Sea and the Pacific Ocean. The country is north of Indonesia and even further north of Australia. Here are some Philippine facts. The Philippines is a demographic republic, meaning the leader is voted in by its people. The leader is a president. The current president is Ferdinand Marcos Jr. A president is in office for a maximum single term of 6 years to stop the issues that occurred with the dictatorship of Marcos Sr. The area of the Philippines is 300,000 square kilometers or 115,831 square miles. To put that in perspective, it is slightly smaller than Italy, 15,000 square kilometers smaller than the British Isles, 5,000 square kilometers larger than Arizona and the country of Romania. The Philippines is 1/3 the size of my home province of British Columbia in Canada. The capital city is Manila, which is located in the province of Luzon in the Philippine capital region. Luzon and Mindanao are the two largest provinces and make up 2/3 of the total area of the Philippines. They are at opposite ends of the country, northwest and southeast. There are over 7,100 islands in the Philippines. The exact number, of course, varies between low and high tide. About 1/3 of the islands are inhabited. Filipinos are predominantly of Malay descent, frequently with Chinese, Spanish, or American ancestry. A 19th century Spanish decree requires that the residents have to have Spanish surnames or last names. The official languages are Tagalog and English, though each region has their own language like Cebuano or Bisaya. There's a lot more to learn about this wonderful country, and that will be in future episodes. So let's get on with today's episode. A small 10-minute drive from my resort on Mactan Island, Mactan Island's largest show. Sit back, put on your seatbelt, and let's deal with this crazy intro.
Girls, I'm going to do a real-time, what should take 13-minute trip to Giasano Grand Mall in Mactan Island, Cebu, and navigation is on, and I'm going to show you the crazy freaking roads here. Don't know if you can hear me, but we'll give it a shot. So let's do this. So here we go, leaving the resort that I'm staying at. Crazy looking bike. Any swearing, I will apologise in advance. These roads are just crazy. Sneaky speed humps that aren't painted, and you don't want to hit them too fast. There's security guards everywhere here. It's just like security guard central. You see lots of security guards and very few police. Laundry, you have to find a laundromat, and they charge the laundry by the kilogram, so it doesn't matter what they wash, it's simply by weight. That's a little quirk of this area. The roads are all super narrow. You got a truck like what's coming up now, and you got to basically get off the road for them. The old shit sucker. So the driveway to this resort's fairly good. Others that I've read, let's say not so good. you probably saw on the left, there's a vacant lot. Lots of security, lots of graffiti, I mean. Never be in a hurry to get anywhere in this country. It's fairly slow going. And I'm just rambling on. I don't know whether I can be heard or not. I'm going to go to the mall and look for a few things that I've discovered that I needed, like a battery charger for my camera, razor blades, that sort of thing. And I also need a power adapter because none of the outlets in the motel, even though they're American, they're 2-pin American, not 3-pin. So I need an adapter so I can charge my laptop as well, as I can't do much in the way of video editing without the laptop. People here are courteous. A guy in a jeepney, in a tricycle, just waved me through, which was really nice. Now you get a look at these crazy roads. They are freaking crazy. So I'm not going to record the whole 13-minute route in one hit. I'm going to split it up into a few. So you're driving along and these people carrying jeepneys and tricycles, they'll just stop dead in front of you. That's one of the coolest looking ones I've seen. It almost looks like a double-decker bus with a single-decker. They're all open. Windows are taken out, which is safer if they crash, I guess, because there's less glass. The only glass you see in these vehicles is in the windshield / windscreen. I'm not used to talking to a camera. This is really the first time I've ever done it, so just bear with me if I sound like a dickhead. The roads today aren't bad. As you can see, people don't like wearing helmets. Some do, some don't. Some are responsible, some aren't. Let's get past this tricycle. It's like a BMX bike with a sidecar. That's the sweetest thing I've ever seen. A freaking BMX in a sidecar. Oh, you see some sights here. It's a real eye-opener. It's a wonderful experience. Febby's at work today, so I'm on my own. I've got to turn right here. And you just got to watch out. These kids are just... Don't fucking honk me on looking out for children, you fucking idiot. Once again, I apologise for the expletives, but there's children on the road. I'm trying to make a turn and the guy behind me is honking. They're so impatient. No, this is where it gets fun. You got to sort of avoid people. It's when I say people, I mean people, vehicles, dogs, freaking everything, narrow roads. It's you got to be a fairly confident driver if you're going to rent a vehicle, I'd say. Most tourists, I guess, just take hired transport. But we planned a trip down south and it's just more convenient to have a car. It's a bit safer with all my gear that I have. Today I just brought a little chest pack with the that fits the GoPro and the accessories. I'm going to go to the mall and going to message a friend of mine and see if he's an American living here. He's got a Filipino. They live here on Mactan Island, so I'm going to see if they're available for coffee. Fill in some time while my girl is at work. There's a guy with cardboard boxes going around selling stuff, I would assume. Being overtaken on a bend. This red car is looking a little bit dangerous. I've got to hold back for him. There just don't seem to be any road rules. It's quite incredible, you know. People just... I can be overtaken by motorbikes on the left and the right at the same time. They'll just they'll just overtake on the right and pedestrians just jump out of their way. It's a freaking nightmare. Somehow everybody just squeezes through just like that. You've just got to have a bit of confidence and just go for it, really. This is quiet. I was on a back street and that was scary as hell. That was super scary, but the more you drive here, the easier it gets. When I got driven from the airport to pick up this rental car, it was one of the scariest things I've ever done. There's the Jollibee delivery. Jollibee is it's a Filipino McDonald's of sorts. It's we had some chicken there at the airport the other day. There are, as you just saw, there are courteous people around, and that young fellow was one of them, helping this car get out of the side street because it is difficult. So I guess this is going to be my first vlog, because I'm getting fairly... We in Australia call it a shopping centre, but I'm more or less Canadian now, eh? Canadian, eh? So we get to see, along the side of these streets are a bunch of little stores attached to houses. I've forgotten what they're called. Somebody will be able to tell me. And they sell all sorts of goods. Some of them clothes, some touristy things. There's food stalls. You know, so you've just got to walk up a residential street and there's all these shops. You know, you can buy your soft drinks / pop and buy load for your phone. Load is prepaid telephone service here for your cell phone, mobile phone. So it feels really weird for me to be narrating. I'm doing the best I can, and hopefully this is going to be heard. You know, all I've got on is the fan, got the air conditioning on, that's a little bit essential. The housing, as you can see, some of it's good, some of it's not so good. There's one there with a big water tank on the roof. That actually looks like a nice place, except for the crappy front door. Dogs everywhere. If you want to pick up a dog, kidnap a dog, or whatever you want to do, there's certainly no shortage of dogs here. Seems everybody's got a freaking motorbike license. Men, women, doesn't matter, it's all equal here. Don't know what that thing is on the right, a whole bunch of bicycles. Yeah, these bikes just sneak up on you. You know, if you have to do a sudden manoeuvre, you're gonna hit one. It's just incredible. There's a roadside cookout thing, like a barbecue shop, takeaway, and they got Pepsi and stuff there. The drinks are Pepsi and Coke and stuff are mostly in bottles, and you take your bottles back to recycle the glass, much like it was when I grew up. In some ways this feels like 1970 again. It really does. Television is like cheesy 1970s, all flash bang, colourful, happy. Everybody here is happy. It's an incredibly happy place. Even the poorest of people are happy. They'll smile, they'll say hello to you. It's they're not grumpy shits like the ones in North America that, you know, they ask for, they're begging for change outside the liquor store, and you know exactly what they want to buy with it, and they'll abuse you if you don't give them enough, or if you give them nothing. They just abuse you. Whereas here they're just grateful for anything they can get. Look at that, she's got a thing on her head with a thing in it, a blue thing with a thing in it balanced on her head. So here's the shopping mall that we're approaching now, and we are here. Just got to find parking. So look at that building right outside the shopping mall with all the rusty iron. Incredible. Anyway, that's it. The trip's over, so I'm going to close this video down if I can.